Hi guys, this is Wanda with Pretty Cute Press, and today I wanted to pop in and show you a brand new app or a new way that I discovered on how to create custom Canva frames right inside of Canva. On a previous video, I showed you how you can create frames using PowerPoint, and today we'll look at this new app that I came across inside of Canva. Okay, so I'm inside of my Canva and I just open it up into an 8.5 by 11-inch document. The size that you pick doesn't really matter. You're going to go down to apps. And if you haven't utilized the apps, you can go to Discover, but I've already utilized this one, so it shows up under your apps. And the app that I'm referring to is this one called Image to Frame. And when you click on it, it's going to tell you to upload an image or select one in your design. And it does say down here that you will have a maximum of 4 free uses. Now, I've already used it twice and testing it out, so I'm going to be limited on how many times that I can utilize it before I upgrade it. But I thought this was a good option for those of you who want to create Canva frames directly in Canva. So what you would need to do is go and choose a file, or you can already have added your file here. I'm going to choose a file and I'm going to pick those sunglasses, and then I'm going to click on Add Frame to Design. Now, that didn't turn out great. I'm not sure why. Here's one that I had worked on earlier. And this one was, I took a flower design that I had created and I uploaded it into Canva, and then I clicked on the image and hit convert image to frame. And again, this is how this one turned out, and it looked not well. On this one, I took an element that was a public domain image, and I uploaded it just right there from choose the file, and then I hit add frame to design, and it created an image from a very nice frame from it. And you can see that it is a frame because it has this little cloud image there, and you can easily drag and drop your image in there. Now this one, like I said, I'm not sure why that didn't turn out right. Sometimes these apps have issues. The first one, it did the same here. This one turned out perfectly. And then this one, I'm not sure what happened with it. I guess I could try one more, and then I would have reached my fourth limit on here. Let's see. Go back to apps. And there are some other frame apps on here, like this frame maker. This one will let you edit the sides of elements and create different frames like that. To me, this one wasn't as useful as the one that I just showed you. And then from there you can add it. This is more like if you create an abstract shapes or whatever. That's one that's in there. Let's go back to apps. Then there's also this one here called Font Frame, is another app that's inside of Canva that allows you to create frames. And on this one, you can type your text. Let's say I was doing that, and then choose a file. And this gives you a preview of what it will look like. You can change the thickness. You can make your letters to be spaced out more. You can change what font it is that you use. And then if you have a specific image that you want to use, like if it's a picture of a family member or specific digital paper, you can use that. And then once you've done that, you just add it to your design. And that's is a frame there. Let's see, let's go back. But what I liked about the first one that I showed you is that when it works, it actually allows you to take an image and just upload that image directly. Okay, so let's try a different image. I have started with this silhouette, and I'm going to go to the image to frame app again in Canva. And then I'm going to select convert image to frame. Okay, and that one worked good. And you see here, this is my original image, and then this one is my frame. And then you can, from here, you can drag and drop any image inside of here to make custom ice cream scoops. Let's see, go back to my elements. I'm going to pick a paper, and you see how that drops into there, just like that. Okay, one of the things that I was telling you about this particular app, it says that you can utilize, you have 4 chances to utilize it for free, and thus far I've would have used up my free options. And so you can go over here, it'll give you a link where you can upgrade if you so choose, and you can go to the pro, and this just gives you some examples of some that have already been created. And if you click on the upgrade option, you have 2 different options to choose from. You can do a year for just $5.99 or 1 month for $4.99. So if this was an app that you would be interested in, it seemed like it would probably make more sense to go with the $5.99 option rather than paying $1 less for just 1 month use. So I thought this was like I say, a neat app that's available in right inside of Canva, where you can do some custom frames if you like. And in just a few minutes, I will pop back and show you another way to create custom frames. And this time, the next time I'll be talking about is going to be utilizing a tool in Photoshop. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Now we're going to take a look at a tool I came across to utilize with Photoshop. And so this one is a script that I bought from a shop on Etsy. I believe it's called Hustle Heart Co. I'll be sure to include a link to it. But when you purchase it, you're getting a Photoshop script. And in order to use the script, what you need is you'll need a folder with some images. And I've created a test folder here that I'm calling frame test, that I have 4 different images inside. And then you'll go down to file, you'll go to scripts, and the name of it is Canva Fame Creator by Tiffany. And you'll click on that. You'll choose your source folder. Mine is already in here because I've ran this before. But if not, you would click on browse and pick the folder where your images that you want to utilize for the frames are. You can put a prefix before the name of your file if you like. And I'm just putting PCP for mine just because that is the initials for my shop. If you wanted your file names to end in a certain thing, you could do that as well. And then you also have the option of adding a stroke on the outside of your frames if you so choose. So if you click it, it'll add the stroke. If that's not clicked, it won't. And you just click OK, and it's going to go through the images in your file, and it's going to work on creating the frames for you. And I think she said you could like create hundreds of different ones in a few seconds. I only did 4 images. Okay, so it told me that it processed my files and it did it in 20 seconds. Now that was fast, right? So let's go and look at my folder. Here's my folder. And so when you open your folder, then you'll see these PDF files. So I had 4 different images. So I got 4 different PDF files. And from there, you can take these PDF files and take them over to Canva. And I'm going to go back to my home screen. And I'm going to take these images and I'm just going to drop them inside there, and it's going to start uploading those files. And then once the files have completed uploading, it's going to then we can open them up and see the frames. Now while we wait on that, I'm going to show you this one that I did. Now when it brings it over, it doesn't necessarily look like this, but because I've dropped in some images. When you bring them over, it looks just red. But this one, on this particular file, when I did this, I included the stroke on there. So there's 2 different frames. You can detach your image, and they just go over each other like that. And then you can just pull up any element or frame or paper that you want to use. And sorry, my computer is going a little slow. So I could bring that there. So that's one. And this I could change that to a color if I wanted to. And that would just create a colored outline on the image. Or I could drop a different digital paper in there, and that's like that, and that creates a different color there. So you have two options. You can include it with or without it. Let's take a look and see if my images, okay, yeah, so they're completed. Once they've been uploaded, you'll see that it brings it over and the image is red. You see how that flashed the cloud, and that lets us know that the frame has been created. And from there you can click detach the image, and then there's a frame there. It will also include that original image there, and you can just delete that. So there's my frame, and do it like that. And it works the same way for whatever image you have. Like I say, for this one, I didn't choose to include a border on there, but if you do, it'll look like the one I showed you a few minutes ago. So this is if you're someone who uses Photoshop, this is a very handy way to create hundreds of Canva frames in a little time with this Photoshop script. And like I say, I'll be sure to include a link to where you can purchase the script if you like. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.